support resistance, support and resistance. In this video, we're going to be talking about trend line, how to identify support and resistance using trend line, how to use trend line properly. Before we proceed, I would like you all to pause the video with the disclaimer. Know that this video is for entertainment and educational purpose only. Any actions taken by the viewers are their own responsibility. Read the disclaimer, and if you're done, let's proceed. Identifying support and resistance using trend line. So we've talked about historic price action, horizontal levels. Now we're talking about trend line. Trend line. Let's go. Trend line. Going to your trading view, where you'll see underlines, you'll see trend line 2. Looks like this. So, trend line. Trend line use the same theory as horizontal. Trend line use same theory of horizontal. You need to see at least 2 touches to create a trend line where price move up, move back up to create a lower high. Then you can connect the first line and the second line, drawing a trend line like this, and expect to trade a third touch as your potential resistance. In this case, right, for this example, price, whatever price was doing here, price move up, rejected, creating a higher low, move back up, on the second touch, rejected. Now, you can draw from the first touch to the second touch, connect it, right, to create your trend line, and expect the third touch to be resistance, right? In the case of support, price drops, move up, create a higher low, continue up. You want to connect the first one, you want to connect the first touch and the second touch like this, right? And expect the third touch to act as support. So, third touch confirms the trend line. So, the first touch, second touch establish the trend line, and the third touch confirms it, right? And when it breaks out, right, which is off most of the time, the fourth touch, the fifth touch often breaks the trend line. So in this case, I'm going to show you a chart example of trend line. You can see the first touch right here, the second touch right here, the third touch now acts on resistance. So you can trade the third touch using that to, as resistance. Like I said, you don't want to trade any of this alone. Like I always say, you don't want to trade any of this alone. You want to look for confluence. You want to use Fibonacci. You can plot your Fibonacci from high to low. The touch, maybe 618, golden pocket to the downside, take your short or your sell position. And you can see on the fourth touch, there's a break, clean break. There was no sign of rejection here. You can see it breaks very easily. So that's a breakout there. Another example here, you can see the first touch, second touch. This establish the trend line. On the third touch, now acting as support and price move away. Then, right, you can see again, another example here, the first and the second touch, right here, and, price breaks on the third touch, price breaks it, but doesn't just break it, rotates, acts as resistance, and price drops. At some point, price now flip it, and, they just support. Right, trend line flips, same as horizontal level in uptrend or downtrend. When the trend line support is broken, it turns into resistance automatically. Tactics and approach. Action helps. Make sure you have 2 solid touch points that signifies a trend line. 2 higher lows for uptrend and 2 lower high for a downtrend. Then you can trade a third touch. If you mark out trend line correctly, you're likely to lose money. Never trade trend line alone. Always seek for confluence. Avoid forcing trend line to fit price action. Use trend line to confirm existing trend and trade in the direction of the trend. Always wait for back test, the SR flip, after trend line breakout. When trend line breaks like this, right? If it breaks the trend line, you always want to wait for the back test for continuation. Trend line can also be used as liquidity targets. Okay, I hope you all understand this. Follow me on all social, Crypto Big Bag, on X, formerly known as Twitter, Big Bag Street. I'll see you on the next video. O'Shea.